A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to Global Online, and here we are back with our UGC NTA NET Paper 1 preparation for 2022 batch, and we have started with MCQ practice. That is, we have started with MCQs for all the units, and the first unit which we have taken is Teaching Aptitude, which is the 6th lecture. We have done 5 lectures prior to this. Now all those who are new may be attending the class for the first time, so in the in the description box you can see all the links along with the theory lectures as well as MCQ, which will help you to start preparing yourself for the upcoming cycle and ensuring that you're doing your best each and every day. Now, as you all are aware that we are starting with a new batch from 3rd of April, which will be again consisting of all the daily live lectures, notes in the form of PDF for all the units, last year question papers, that is 10 years question papers with the key, that is solution. At the same time, we are conducting test series, which is more than 2500 MCQs which will be tapped, and you can get this all with the help of downloading Global Online app, which shows the symbol is shown over here. If you have any queries where you're not able to get anything with the help of app, you can please get in touch with this given number and get your queries sorted out, because there is a fees alert from 1st of April. We are going to increase the fees, which will be 3,000. So before that, if you can avail the opportunity and take the concession, it's on you. We have, as I said, we have this app wherein you can go to the live courses, you can go to the paper 1, you can check all the courses with the content. There are certain free contents, but rest of the contents are paid, so you can just take a decision, or if you have any queries related to the app, you can get in touch with the given WhatsApp number, as I said, and get your queries sorted out. Otherwise everything is sorted very clearly. Shakti, just check from your end. My end, I mean to say, I am using 2 systems, so my system shows that everything is perfect. So just ensure that from your end things are fine. Okay, so yes, there is an important announcement regarding Maha Marathon, which is to be conducted tomorrow, and which will be on the topic teaching aptitude. A complete teaching aptitude topic will be taken, wherein I'm targeting 25 to 30 questions at a stretch. So let's see how it is. Basically, at least I'll try my level best to complete all the 25 questions. It will be live at 9 p.m. on the app, so you can just register on the app and get come live for this particular session. Now, as we know that today we are going to put some important concepts again, some important questions. Now let me tell you one thing very that also, like, if you remember, in the month of Jan, as I told you, we will be also conducting some crash courses. So that also we are going to come, wherein at a stretch, in one attempt I will be completing again the entire teaching aptitude unit, that is theory wise, all the important topics, but that will not be repeated what I have taken earlier. The content will be new, the topics will be in a different way. So that is also going to start soon. We will keep you updated for that also. So let's start for the day, everyone. Now today we have teaching aptitude, which has total questions in the final examination, that is 5 questions, which are for 10 marks. A quick revision of our syllabus, what exactly the teaching aptitude syllabus consists of. It consists of teaching, it consists of learners' characteristics, which consists of factors affecting teaching related to all the given options, that is teacher, learner, material, instruction, facilities, learning environment and institution. Methods, where we have seen online, offline, teacher centered, learner centered, content centered, interactive centered, along with Swayam Prabha and moves. A compulsory question comes from this topic. We have teaching support system with traditional, modern and information and communication based technology. And we also have evaluation system, that is various types of evaluation, choice based credit system, computer based testing and innovations. So this is always, I have a tradition of going quickly through the syllabus. Now we are going to start with the questions. Now most of you are live, okay, those who are joining on daily basis. Before I show the screen of the questions to everyone, just a small request to everyone. Today's questions are again completely different set of questions with a little bit of topics which I have added up in the theory also. So I'll clarify that also. But a small request to everyone, ensure that you are reading the question very calmly. Okay, we are not in a race. We are not supposed to prove to anyone how much time we take. I just want that it should be a productive questions for you. Today I have 15 questions. Why? Because this questions has little explanation and detail. So today I have taken 15 questions, but all those 15 questions, try your level best today that you are answering all the questions correctly. Put in all your all your things in application and try to answer correctly. Okay, take classes for paper unit, all the units, I mean to say all the theory units I am taking, Jayanta. So all the units are taken by me, theory units. Okay, okay Shakti, I will check. Let me see, I will check what units if you're telling. Let me check once again. I'll cross check and come to you tomorrow. If you're talking about it is not showing anything, let me cross check it. Okay, so let's start now for the day. So all the best to everyone. Question number 1 on your screen is going to come. So just put in your great efforts and answer all the questions correctly, everyone. Okay, so here comes your question number 1. So question number 1 talks about what? Question number 1 is, which teaching aids enhance the skills like reading, listening and pronunciation. So here the question is about which teaching aids enhance the skills like reading, listening and pronunciation. So the skills are lingual teaching aids, or skills you can say, scientific teaching aids, general knowledge teaching aids or skills, or theoretically based teaching aids. So after using which teaching aids you can learn or you can enhance your skills like reading, listening and pronunciation. Mr. Khan, you have texted on the WhatsApp group also. Why don't you get in touch with the given WhatsApp number personal, on the personal message? Why don't you put the message and try to find out? I will put one message on the app, on the WhatsApp group today. Just read that after the class. Okay, okay, students have started answering. Fine. Okay, I am waiting for everyone to answer so that everyone gets an equal chance to answer. Okay, Rupali, just read the question very carefully. I don't know why you have answered like that. See, it's very clear question. Which teaching aids enhances, increases the skills like reading, listening and pronunciation. So reading, listening and pronunciation. Scientific, no, it is definitely not going to work out. General knowledge, no, it's not going to help you with the skills. Theory based, it is going to help but not specifically will enhance the skills. So the right answer is, which mostly every one of you have given very clearly, that is your audio, that is listening skills and you using the language skills. So when you speak and when you listen, your skills like reading, listening and pronunciation will definitely take care of. It means it will improve. Enhance, it means it will improve, it will increase. So that is the meaning of the question. Okay, and anyone who was 80-85% has answered correctly. 2-3 students were having doubts, so I have clarified your doubt. Okay, audio, that is when you listen to audio or when you yourself speak, Shakti, you enhance the skills. Scientific skills is problem solving skills. General knowledge is the basic teaching you talk about. Theoretical base, that is concepts. So all the skills are not going to help you to enhance this specific skills. It is only the audio lingual skills which will help you to read, listen and pronounce correctly, or it will improve your skills. Okay, fine. Yes, now let's go to question number 2. This I have done in my old cycle. I hope students remember this, and that's the reason I purposely brought this question. Think aloud procedure is what? Think aloud. A part of secondary source of data, a technique used to investigate learners' strategy and performance, a strategy of testing learners' aptitude, providing primary sources, okay, and a necessary method in scientific research. Think allowed procedure. Lingual, it means language, use of language, Shakti. Okay. So think aloud procedure is what? What do you mean by this procedure called as think aloud? What exactly it tells from the given options? Read it carefully once again if you want, individually, sorry, and then you can answer my question. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for everyone to, okay. Some old students may recall, which we have done in our class. New students, I need to explain them. Old students, all old students have answered it. Okay. Yes. But some new students are there. So, okay. Moshmi, I'll explain you. Now see, what is the meaning of this concept, think aloud procedure? Okay. Now this is the concept wherein the learner, I'm explaining and I'm telling you the right answer. If you still go through this right answer, the right answer is, as I said, most of the students, old students have answered it correctly. It is a technique. Now first of all, I'll explain you what it is a technique. So think aloud procedure is something where a learner, as a learner, okay, you people, as a learner, you try to use your own ways in order to improve your performance or to investigate your performance. Like for example, see, in case if you're having a fear of public speaking, what do? You practice, in the front of mirror. So like that, think aloud procedure is something which which you do for your own self improvement. So think aloud procedure is nothing but a technique which is used to investigate learner strategies and performance. Okay, that is self driven. So in order to come out with your weaknesses, you try to find out your own, as you try to do your own assessment, and that is nothing but investigating the strategies and your own performance. And hence the right option is option number 2. Okay, a part of secondary source of data, no. A strategy of testing learners' aptitude, no. A necessary method in scientific research, no. It is a procedure which talks about the performance and strategies used by the learner, or a technique which is used by the learner itself. I hope all the new students are clear with this question now. Okay, self-assess strategy. Moshmi, Mr. Khan, every one of you is clear with this? Yes, the SET net syllabus is almost same, only in net the questions level is bit high, whereas in SET it can be little bit, at a lower form. Now let's go to question number 3. Now question number 3, if you remember, yesterday also we did similar type of question, but this question is similar type, but question is different. So you have two sets, that is set A and set B. In set A, you have various levels like memory level, understanding level, analyzing level, creating level. Okay, so actually these are not levels. Okay, these are the concepts related to Bloom's taxonomy. So they have given in the form of level, and set B they have given the meaning. So you have to match them. So let's see how do you people match it. So option A in set B is giving identifying examples. Option 2 is generating new, now here generating new ideas, new information. It is not half, it is, you have to understand it. Third is recalling information, and fourth is isolating information into parts. Okay, fine. Okay, I've started getting answer for 3 already. Very good. So as you remember, yesterday we have done this one process. So memory level and understanding level, if you check it very correctly, you will definitely get the right answer, everyone. And everyone has successfully given a right answer. Very good. That is option number D. So we know very well that, memory level is something which helps in recalling. That is one of the keyword for memory level. Understanding level, it helps to, differentiate, identifying examples of a given concept or understanding it. Okay, analyzing level, it is something which helps you to isolate, it means break, and creation helps you to generate something new. Okay, and that's how your option number D stands out to be. Analyzing Analyzing, it means, in order to study in detail, we break it into the small parts, and that is isolating. That's the word which is close to analyzing. The meaning of analyzing is studying in detail. Fine. Now let's go to question number 4, everyone. Yes, now this is a little lengthy question, so read very carefully. From the list given below, yes, Suma, the answer is D. The right answer is D, everyone, for question number 3. Okay. Now we are into question number 4. From the list given below, identify the instructional events which form a part of structure of a lesson plan. So, students, those who have done B.Ed knows very well that a lesson plan has a structure. So, which of the list or which of the things from the given list can be an instructional events of a lesson plan? So, gaining attention of the students, prior knowledge of the students, informing the learner of the objectives, stimulating recall of prerequisite learning, or checking the availability of reading material in the library, or eliciting the desired response. So what? Read it carefully. In case if you feel that you need to read it once on your own, read the question very carefully and ensure that you are coming up with the right answer. So if you want any meaning, that also we will come to one by one, but first read it on your own. Okay, I'm just waiting everyone to start giving me answer. Okay. Students are reading, no problem. Read and then you can start answering. Okay, I have started getting answers. Okay, the answers are changing. Fine. Let everyone come up with, then we'll start. Okay, in fourth question, A, B, C, D, all types of answers are coming. So I told you that take your own time and read. I don't mind waiting for a minute also. Okay, so in such question, now like for example, when you're not clear with such questions, okay, for question number 4 I'm talking, I'm still getting the answers for question number 4, but still I'm waiting for everyone, to come up with the answer. So basically the question is on lesson plan, okay, and here the right answer is option number B. Now why? Let me tell you, let me explain you the entire question, okay. Now see, we are talking about the instructional events which form a structure of lesson plan. Maybe let us assume that you are not understanding or you are not knowing the answer. Okay, read each option. Gaining the attention of students, yes, it is important. Prior knowledge of students, now you feel it is important. Let's assume that you feel it is important. Informing the learners of objectives, yes, definitely. Stimulating the recall of prerequisite learning, which is required. I mean to say things which are to be pre-known. You feel this is also right. Now see, checking the availability of reading material in the library. Okay, now if you look at this option very closely, checking the availability of reading material in library, whenever teacher prepare a lesson plan, it is a duty of a teacher that if the material is not available, teacher has to make it available. So this will definitely not affect the structure of lesson plan. So option number 5th is something which is not very keen on, or which is not a instruction part of a lesson plan. So you can try to eliminate option number 5. Okay, so your option is left is option number A and option number B. Now if you see eliciting the desired responses. Okay, now if you read again all the options very correctly, there is one option called as prior knowledge of the students. See, whenever a teacher prepares a lesson plan, teacher should not be interested to know while preparing a lesson plan, teacher has to accept the students the way the students are, whether they are having a prior knowledge or they are not having a knowledge. If the student has a prior knowledge, teacher has to connect it with the existing, or I mean to say with the previous knowledge, the existing knowledge has to be connected or applicable. So this cannot be one of the instruction, means this is not a key instruction or a mandatory instruction of lesson plan. So option number 2, you can, it's not very compulsory from the given rest option, and hence option number B stands to be what? Your right option. Okay. Prerequisite means already known. Yes, prerequisite means already known, but for that your students should respond. Means previous knowledge, okay, but if the students are having previous knowledge, then students are supposed to respond to it, okay. Is it clear with everyone? Okay, please, so minutely, you can eliminate and then you can come with your closer options. This becomes easier, especially when you have a questions which makes you blank. So that this also skill, it is a skill and you have to start learning the skill now. Okay, fine. So now let's go to question number 5. Okay, now question number 5 is basically on evaluation, that is formative evaluation. Yesterday also we did one question on formative evaluation. Below are listed some activities performed by a teacher. Which activities are of the nature of formative evaluation? So they are saying that the activities are performed by the teacher. So out of these activities you have to find out the nature of formative evaluation. So the options are giving a mastery test, conducting a quiz session, evaluating students in grading system, providing feedback while teaching, encouraging students reflect more. Now see, in this also if you are confused, some points very well of formative evaluation that are definitely to be there in the answer. So now go in the reverse method and try to find out the answer. As I said, I'll once again repeat, some points should be there, must be there in formative evaluation. Pick up those points and those points should be the part of your answer and you will be able to get answer very correctly. Okay, fine, I'm getting answers. Yes, I've started getting answers. Okay, I hope if you go with my method just now what I said, everyone will definitely get a right answer. That's what I'm seeing, students are getting right answer. Okay, fine. Okay, let's see option number 3, that is option number C. Everyone picked up correctly. Now see, let's assume that again you do not know anything over here, but you know that formative evaluation is conducted with the help of quiz session and formative evaluation is conducted with the help of feedback. Feedback is must in formative. That's how you can make the child improve. So B and D should be there. So there is one option where we have B and D. Now let's check, let's check again, cross check our answer. So evaluating students in grading system, so that is basically a summative evaluation. So C should not be there. So if you go with elimination also, C gets cancelled, and that's how your answer stands to be B. Okay, is it clear with everyone? So I have shown you. Yes, Neelam, that must have helped you definitely in your set examination. Now for net you have to just take one more step ahead. So I showed you both the way, when you are very confirmed with the answer and when you go with evaluation also. This skills will really make your life easier. Okay, grading, grading is there in continuous and comprehensive. Even evaluating students in the grading system, with the final end of the course is also a part of your summative evaluation. Now here the sentence gets, if change, then you have to pick up between summative and continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Is it clear, Shakti? Sentence will definitely not be same. It will be changing every now and then. Grading system, when they use the word as final for the entire semester or a course, then it will be a part of your summative evaluation. Shakti, is it clear? Okay, now let's go to question number 6. Now question number 6, a new update to everyone. That's the reason I purposely brought this question. A teacher gives lots of positive and negative examples to support his or her presentations in the classroom. Presentations, it means concept. So teacher is explaining a concept and teacher is giving lot of positive and negative examples to clear the concept. So this type of teaching will be related to which level, whether it is autonomous development level, whether it is memory level, memory level, or they have used the word as memory test. So it's one and the same, whether it is understanding level or reflective level. So which of the level supports the given statement? Okay, very good. Yes, sixth question, doing great everyone. Yes, today just the way you are putting your attention, just till the end of the test be with the same amount of alertness. Very good. Okay, now see. Yes, so definitely in order to get a clear understanding between the positive and given negative examples, it is something which we called as what, which is called as understanding level. Okay, now as you all know that we have 3 levels as per your syllabus, that is memory level, understanding level and reflective level. Now you do not have this in your syllabus, but yes, there is one more level. Okay, it's not a part of your syllabus, but you should be aware that there is one more level which is brought up, okay, as autonomous development level. Autonomous, okay. So this is a level which is brought up by Morris only. It has been added as one more level. Now autonomous development level. What is this autonomous? Autonomous, it means the autonomy, the freedom which is given to the student. So autonomous development level is student centered. The liberty is in the hand of student. It has little or no leadership at all from the teacher ends. I mean to say, whatever it is done by the student. So there is no scope at all, or a very little scope of teacher intervention, because entire freedom is given to whom? To the child for his development. So it refers to learner's ability to control over own learning. You can say this is self-directed. Okay. It is desired for in-depth learning, and it is driven by intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation. No, Neelam, this is not the level in the syllabus. Your syllabus is not talking about the level. Okay, you have only 3 levels. But remember that if freedom, I mean to say, in like we say in higher education, if the entire autonomy is given to a student, okay, wherein he has to do, he has to ensure that for his own learning he has to strive himself, or he has to be self motivated. So in such case, what will be that level called as? It will be called as autonomous development level. Is it clear? It's not about syllabus. Syllabus has only 3 levels, but there is one concept which is given by Morris, and it talks about autonomy to the learner, and it is called as autonomous development level, which is completely learner centered, which is intrinsic. Intrinsic, it means inner self motivation, which is in-depth learning, and which is to control your own learning. Fine. So just keep this concept in mind very well. Fine. Let's go to the next question now. That is question number 7. Now question number 7, read carefully because it's a very lengthy question. Below are the listed some characteristics of learners. So learners characteristics. So this is basically based on learners characteristics. Identify those that help in effective teaching. If you remember, we had same type of question yesterday also, but the options were completely different. Today the options are completely different. Okay, same question it was, but the options were completely different. So what are the characteristics? Learners' respect for teacher only, learners' level of mental ability, learner's previous experiences, learner's level of interest in study, learner's level of interpersonal relationship, or learner's view about the society. So what will be characterized as learner's characteristics? Now, as I said, the skill, go with elimination or go with that topics or that concepts which should be definitely the part of the answer. I am waiting for the answers, everyone. Okay, we have started getting answers. Bhaskar, did you read the question correctly? Just once again, can you give an attempt for your own self? 7th not sure. Shakti, in that case, no, please try to put your whatever knowledge you have, no, try to put, don't leave the answers like that. This gives you this makes your mindset also different for your final examination. Pankaj, I know this was going to hit someday. Okay, let's see what we can do for this. I mean to say, those who are focused for both will be in the fix. Fine, let's see how we can tackle this, and I will get back to you on this. Okay, fine. So let's see what is the answer, because I got all the type of answers now. 7th D also I got, C also, but you didn't use the technique which I am trying to tell you. Okay, so if you see, the right answer is option number D, but some of them said B is C also. Why? Now let's see why and how. Okay, if you see the option, the one who gave me the option as C, that is 7C. Okay, see, what I wrote, learner's characteristics. Okay, now in the first option which I wrote that learner's respect for teacher only. This word is there, only. Okay, which indicates that learner will effective teaching. It means if he is not having respect for one specific teacher, this learning will not be effective. So that doesn't has respect for teacher should be equal, but only giving respect for teacher and eliminating other factors will not work out. So A will not be the right option. Okay, now yes, I'm coming to everything, Neelam, I'm coming to everything. Learner's level of mental ability, yes. Learner's previous experience, very true. Learner's level of interest in the study, yes. Okay, learner's level of interpersonal relationship. See, now interpersonal relationship does not, I mean to say, it is not connected with effective teaching. In effective teaching, what the teacher is teaching, what the child understands, how the child is responsive or interesting, that is important. So interpersonal relation does not place an important. Okay, now learner's view about the society. It means, if you remember learner's characteristics, Neelam, okay, we talk about all the characteristics: academic, social characteristics, emotional characteristics. Okay, so learner's view about the society, what learner has understood about the society, and how the learner is going to make his knowledge applicable in the society, plays an important role. What he has taken from society and what he is going to give back to the society makes an important impact. So yes, view about the society plays an important role, because when we talk about learners' characteristics, we take society into consideration. Fine. Previous experience, it means what exactly the learner has learned from his previous knowledge. That is the meaning of previous experience, previous knowledge. Fine. Okay, so the option number 4 is the right option for this. Interpersonal relationship will not be a part of it. Okay, and then I tell you, then I said you why first option, because here they have given only respect for teacher only. Respect should be given for everyone, not only for the teacher. So option number A is also cancelled. Fine. Now let's go to question number 8 now. So we have completed 7 questions. We are on question number 8. Okay. Now here again a new concept is there. From the list given below, identify those teaching methods which have a great scope for dialogic discourses. Okay. Now you try your level best in order to answer this question. So let's see how you are able to do it. I'll read all the option for you people. That is lecture with audio visual. Then we have lecture, team teaching, tutorials, problem solving methods, chalk and talk method, and group discussions. So let's see whether you know about this concept. If not, I will teach you this concept also, and we will come to the right answer also. Till the time, if anyone knows, let's see how they are doing it. Shakti, I said interpersonal relationship is not something which we look in effective teaching at a very first point. I mean to say, it is interpersonal relationship. It is like why the student have to, at the initial level, the student does not have understood anything about, concept, understanding. Why directly he will jump for interpersonal relationship? He is not here to make a networking. He is here to learn. And that's the reason option number E is not right. Okay. Okay, Pankaj has started answering. Fine. Pankaj, I guess you have that set lecture is completed and that's how you got shifted over here. I feel so. Okay. 8th D, 8-1. Okay. This term is very important whether you get this term or not. If not, I'll explain you this term and we'll come to the right answer also. Okay. Fine. So for question number 8, okay, let's see how many of you have answered rightly. So for question number 8, the option is option number 2. Okay. Now why, how, we will understand. I think many of you did not understand the meaning of the word dialogic discourses. Now basically what is this term? See, I'll first explain you the term, then I'll explain you the answer, and then I'll explain you the right answer. Okay. Now it means that it indicates, dialogic discourses indicates social relationship of equal status, intellectual openness and possibilities for critic and creative thought. It is basically, you are having a very open discussion about, about certain things, wherein you take in consideration, relationships, you take in consideration the intellectual openness. It means that even if someone criticizes you, okay, you do not get it, in a wrong form. You take it as a productive or improvement. So in such case, now what is the question was? The question was from the given list, okay, identify those teaching methods which have a great scope. So in the teaching methods, like for given below, lecture with audio visual, team teaching, tutorials, problem solving method, chalk and talk method, and group discussions, which are those methods where you have that amount of understanding that whatever you take in, whatever you get in the class, you take it very positively, you take it very, with high spirits, and you do not feel embarrassed or you do not feel bad. So if you see the options, audio lecture with audio visual aids, okay, as I said, lecture with audio visual aids makes the concept. I'm explaining every option, just let me finish, and then still if you have doubt we will come to it. Okay, so if I talk about lecture with audio visual aids, it makes the lectures interesting. Okay, there is no question of someone telling something. You do not get any scope of improvement. There are no criticisms, there are no creative thought. It only makes the things interesting. Then the second option we have is team teaching. Now team teaching, it basically talks about what? It talks about your group. I mean to say, maybe your co-colleagues or your peer group, they are teaching you, okay, but there is little bit amount of hesitation when it comes to give some type of feedback. So here also that is not taken in a positive manner. When we say tutorials, now see, when we talk about tutorials basically shows that you have some criticism, you have some weaknesses, and in order to take out that or improve that weaknesses, we conduct tutorials. Okay, problem solving methods, in case if you are not giving an exact solution to the problem, okay, you have to defend yourself. There will be a counter attack. Okay, because you were the one who initiated with the solution, but it did not work out. Why did it fail? Why did it not work out? So again, in problem solving methods, you have to face this, criticism for the sake of improvement. Then we have chalk talk method. Now chalk talk method is only related to what exactly is there, nothing creative. And group discussions will definitely give you more ideas or more, it will help you to overcome your challenges by saying what is right and by saying what is not wrong. Means what is not right or what is wrong. When both the things will be taken positively. So in only these methods will have a greater scope of dialogic discourses, which are given. I mean to say, that is option number C, option number D, and option number F, and not not your chalk talk method, not your team teaching, and not your audio visuals. Is it clear, or still anyone is having any doubt? Yes, Neelam, as you said, it is an open discussion, but it should be taken very sportingly, which is happening in these three concepts. And Shelly, why chalk talk method? Because it is only talking about what is there in front of you. It does not takes any efforts to bring creativity. Hope, is it very clear with everyone? Fine. Okay. Little level is, maybe sounds tough, but we have to go for it. Okay. So yes, now let's go to question number 9. Now yes, this is one of the previous year question. Now this concept is not there, but they have taken this concept, from a different way. So let's understand this concept very well. I have tried to put out all the notes for this concepts. Now let's see. Which of the following is an example of maximum performance test? Whether it is a personality test, whether it is projective personality test, whether it is aptitude test, or whether it is interest and attitude scales. So what exactly? If you do not know this concept, wait, then I will teach this concept in detail. A discussion between teacher and students, you mean to say effectiveness, Manoharan, but in that level, what type of discussion it is, where teacher is just playing the role of as a mentor, and creative ideas are being pushed from the students, then it can be effective method. Okay. 9C, yes. Okay, 9th answer is right, but I hope everyone knows about the concept. Okay, it's a big concept. Aptitude test, maximum performance test is aptitude test, but I don't know whether it is a previous year question, so you know it very well, and whether you know the concept behind that. So I'll take it. Okay, I'll take the concept also. So basically, see, there are two type of performance. Okay, question number 8 again. Okay, Shelly, I'll take it now. I'll take it at the end then. Okay, fine. So when we talk about question number 9, when we talk about maximum performance test, so basically there are two types of test. One is maximum performance and one is typical performance. Okay, so when we say maximum performance, what a person can do, okay, and typical performance, what a person will do, where we are anticipating what exactly a person will do based on his potential or capability. So I have just tried my level best to put it in one slide. I will read out for you. If it is too minute, I'll read out each and every sentence and explain you. So when we talk about maximum performance test, it is basically the measurement of individual's ability to perform effectively under standard conditions. So there are some standard conditions in which a person has to perform. Okay, so that standard conditions may be the time limit. Okay, maybe the like for example different aspects, like for example logical, general knowledge, reasoning, like that. So it determines person's ability and how an individual perform when motivated to obtain high score as possible. They are concerned with how well an individual can perform when motivated. Aptitude test and achievement test are used in measuring maximum performance. So under maximum performance, if you motivate your student correctly and if you put him under a standard condition, how does he performs, that's get calculated. Whereas in typical performance, it is concerned with what an individual will do rather than what they can do. Okay, how does an individual usually behave in a normal situation? It determines the natural conditions. Okay, or how the employee, in case if you are taking it with the help of employee performance or a student performance on regular basis. So here the examples will be your interest test, your personality test, your adjustment test, or adaptability test. Okay, so this is basically the performance of an individual in a given natural situation, and in a given standard condition, something is called as maximum performance. Okay, I still have one slide for this. So maximum performance tells, as I said, what a person can do. It asks the test takers to put their best effort in solving the problems. The objective is to just know, the possible or maximum level of a performance, so that it helps to design or to assess the upper limit of the examines knowledge and abilities. Okay, so maximum performance test presents problems that have to be solved by the test takers. Now test takers is nothing but the student, which includes achievement test, aptitude test and intelligence test. So achievement test, it measures what the student has learned. Okay, if you remember, we have done this achievement test. So it measures what the student, it's, if you remember, there was one question assessing the student after teaching, that is called as achievement test. Mark the slide, very important, and at least take the note of it. Okay, attitude test, it measures the student's ability to learn in future. Aptitude, sorry. And intelligence test, it assesses the person's ability to cope up with the environment. So this is very, very important because this question is seen in the previous year examination. Though all of you answered very correctly, but I doubt that whether you know an actual concept behind that. Fine. Okay, so if you know, it's well and good. If not, please update yourself. Okay, now let's go to question number 10 now. Okay, now question number 10, the performance of a student in comparison with another student. Now we have done this yesterday also. The performance of a student in comparison with another student is called as criterion reference testing, diagnostic, summative or non-reference testing. So which of the following is the correct answer? Now as I said, I have announced it in the start of the lecture. Again I am announcing for all the students who are new to the class also. See, we have completed our theory part in the month of Jan, but I'm planning one more theory session, a full-fledged session, that is maybe for around 2 hours or 2.5 hours, which will be open for all, and that session will be coming up soon. I have started preparing for that session. So it is at stretch I'll be taking teaching aptitude once again. So it will not be repetition of what I have done in Jan. The content is completely different, the things are completely different. It is a completely entire new session I'm going to take. So anyone who has missed on the theory of teaching aptitude, or where you feel you require revision, no, you can just wait for the upcoming session and you can attend that and make your one unit very perfect. Okay. Yes, very good everyone. So if you are talking about a student's performance compared to another student, it is called as what? It is called as norm reference testing. Very good. Okay, this is done very perfectly. Fine. Now question number 11. Okay, now again a lengthy question. So just be careful. Okay, such questions really gives you a tough challenge. Which of the following strategies in the list given below will be associated with direct teaching? Okay, so whether providing an example and explanation, promoting inquiry, focusing on concepts, giving review or recapitulation, offering practice or feedback, or problem raising and problem solving. So which of them will are associated with direct teaching? Okay, in case if see rest of the things are very easy. Recapitulation, if you don't know, it is like it is summarizing. So you can just now read it very carefully and take it. Deepa, as I said, no, because Friday, Saturday and Sunday I don't take lectures, so there I have completed all the notes part, so I just have to ensure recording, so that will come, don't worry. And the new session which I'll be recording, no, all the links again I'll put. Just let me know whether you can access all the links, because it's open and none of the management session is locked. Okay, Neelam, all the except 3, rest all the units I'm taking, Neelam, because that 3 units I need to put my best and then only I can come up with, so I'm not touching those 3 units. Okay, yes, that is very right, Mr. Khan. Data interpretation, mathematical and logical, I meant to say those are things which I have to give my best in order to make best for you. Okay, fine. So yes, let's see how many of you are correct. D. Okay, everyone has answered D. Now why D is not the right answer and why it is, So this question is little bit lengthy to explain. So first of all, it's not that direct teaching, as I said. So whether you have understood. Now let me first make you this question clear for you. So let me take you 5 minutes to explain this question, and then let's go for it. Okay, so which of the yes, Mr. Dhamapal, it will be useful for, very much useful for set also, but my only constraint it, I will be very comfortable to take lecture in English rather than in Marathi, so that becomes little bit constraint for me. Fine. So yes, now this question is very important, everyone. Please have a look at this theory part first, and then we will come to the question again. Basically, what is direct teaching? So direct teaching is the deductive model of teaching. Okay, those who are right, very good. But if you can just take out some time and listen to my this explanation of this question, then you may get this answer very correctly. Okay, so first of all, what is direct teaching? Direct teaching is a deductive model. Now what is this deductive model in teaching? Now this is very important slide which will really help you out very easily. So we have deductive teaching as well as inductive teaching. So deductive teaching basically is a traditional model of teaching, wherein we come up with the fundamentals or the principles which we already know. We derive, we learn from, we derive the things from these principles. We set the examples, and based on that we do our projects or homework. Okay, now misconceptions exposed over here. Now what is the meaning of this? That if you are not if you are not thorough with your concepts, if you are not thorough with your fundamentals, you will be caught over here. You will not be able to produce what is expected. Okay, that's the reason this model helps. Will definitely try to find out the mistakes, but at the end. Whereas when we talk about inductive model, that is a problem solving analytical based approach model, where the challenges comes in the form of problems, observations. We define the problem based on the needs. We then put the principles or instructions in use, and then we see to it that whether the problem is solved or not. Okay, on basis of that we can find a solution, or we can redefine our solution. Again, if you are not clear with your understanding of your problems, or if you're not clear with your questions, you will be definitely caught over here, because your solution is not giving a right direction. So please remember, this is little bit a little heavy, so you forget about this misconceptions. You don't keep in mind. You just keep in mind two things, that inductive approach is a traditional approach, and deductive approach is a traditional approach, and inductive approach is something which is based on inquiry, or which is based on analysis of problem. Still if you are not clear, okay, yes, Deepa will do one thing. I'll take that concept tomorrow. Okay, because I have 2-3 questions which are completely new. I will take lot of time today for that. Okay, so if you don't mind, I'll clear that tomorrow, and I'll ensure that once I give the explanation, it will be clear to you. Fine. So now when we talk about in detail, so this slide, you can please keep a screenshot of this, and the coming slide, this slide you can keep a screenshot, because it will be very useful for you in teaching aptitude with inductive and deductive model. So when I say deductive model, now it is a traditional model, so it does not give any new knowledge. Okay, whereas inductive model will help you to give knowledge, because you are putting a problem solving approach over here. You always come up with something new. Okay, now read like that, don't by heart this distinguish. It is a method of verification. We just verify ourselves with the principles, whereas it is a method of discovery. Now please keep this minute things in mind properly. It is a method of instruction. We have to follow the instruction as per the principles and do the teaching. Whereas inductive method is actual, you can tell, a realistic method, where the students learn with the help of analytical ability. Child gets ready-made information and child makes use of it, whereas child first acquire knowledge and information and then do the actual observation. Deductive method is quick process, because we have to just follow the principles. Inductive method is a slow because child will take time, to get the knowledge, to get the information, to come up with an actual observation. Deductive model encourages dependence on other sources, that is principles, whereas inductive model, it trains the mind and gives self-confidence and initiative because we gain a lot with problem solving. Now, there is a less scope of activity in it. It is a full of activity. Why? Because we are personally, analytically involved over here. The child, I mean to say we, it means the child. It is a downward process of thought and leads to useful results, whereas it is an upward process of thoughts and leads to principle. So this is one of the very important, you can say, slide, because I have seen deductive and inductive questions are coming up in teaching aptitude also. So that is how you can differentiate. Now said so, if I go back to my question, and when I now ask you that which is a deductive model of teaching, okay, it means that which is a direct model, a traditional model. So obviously providing examples and explanation based on the principles is one of the method which is a type of a deductive model. Then promoting inquiry, we saw just now, it is not inductive, it is deductive. It is not deductive, it is inductive method. Okay, that is, it is problem solving method. Focusing on concepts also cannot be because it will be included in inductive. Giving review and summarization, yes, that is done in traditional model. Offering practices and feedback. Now see, now you will say offering practices and feedback to ensure that the principles are understood properly. And problem raising and problem solving, no, it is a part of inductive. So now if you know inductive and deductive model very well, especially this slide, okay, you can definitely answer this question now very well. So keep, because this is one of the previous year question only. But I was just going through correct information, and that's how I came across this distinguished and correct explanation. So now this will help you to answer direct teaching as well as problem analytical teaching also. Is it clear with everyone? Okay, fine. Manoharan, I'll come to that. Before I end the class, I'll give you that also information very well. Okay. But okay, till I get any doubts, so I can typical performance method, like for example, if you want to find out some interest level or some passion level for some particular area of a particular student, you take a typical performance, like what exactly the level of student is there in that interest area, or in that particular field. So for that you take a typical performance test. Okay, that is how you can give you that can be one of the example of typical performance method, or you can say typical performance test. Is it clear? I hope this is also clear with everyone. So can I move towards question number 12? I said that you have to keep this in mind very well. It will be very useful for you. Okay, now yes, from the list given below, 12th question I am on now. What are called as process and content based questions? Now here again this is a new topic. Yes, okay, I'll just clear the ink, Deepa, just a minute, so that it will be easier for you to Deepa, I have just kept it ahead this, so you can take a screenshot. Very useful it is. I request everyone, because even I accidentally came across this. I was searching since long about this, but yes, Neelam, what favor you want, just let me know. Sorry, yes, so got it. Okay, yes, so now I don't know how many of you know this question very well. What are called as process based questions or content based question? So if you know it, you can answer this question. If you not, then I will go for explanation of the question, and then we will, it is not important that you answer me unless and until you do not understand the question first. So I'll explain you what is content based question and what is process based question. Okay, so let's understand first of all what is content based question. Content. Okay, Now, content-based questions are designed to test the superficial knowledge of facts and information that does not require any higher level of cognitive ability. Okay, like for example, such as a state or definition or identity, which includes fact-based questions. Fact-based question, that is, which is universally applicable, okay, which are designed simply to check the knowledge of memorization or memory of the students. Convergent question, convergent, it means they assist in problem solving, and definitely they are useful, but in a one way, like for example communication, comparison, contrasting at a very small level, basic level, and they are more of close-ended questions. Now everyone of you know what are close-ended questions. In research aptitude we have done two types of questions, is open-ended and close-ended. Close-ended questions where there is a limited ability for the respondent to answer, whereas open-ended questions it is much for descriptive in nature. So in convergent type of questions or content based questions, it is something which is where you have a less opportunity for description. You have to be restricted whatever options are given to you. Okay, and there is no, like, you cannot contribute for your original idea. So basically, if still you are confused, content based questions are those questions which restrict you to a certain limitations, which will not give you some contribution with something original idea, which will not give you more contribution towards divergent thinking, that is exploring yourself, with doing experiments with yourself. So that is restricted in content based. Okay, yes or no questions. Yes, Deepa, very good. Yes or no questions are close-end questions. So in content based question, you have a boundary and you have to follow that boundary. You can explore yourself only in this boundary. Whereas process based questions are the questions which test your mastery of a subject. Okay, that is concept clearance. At the same time, it makes you very confident about analyzing, explaining. It helps you to give, makes your concept clear. It helps you to come with divergent thinking. Now, what is this divergent thinking or divergent question? You have a greater ability to use your higher level of cognitive ability. Divergent, it means you can diverse yourself, the way you come up with your thinking. Like just to solve the problem, you have ample amount of options with you, and you have something which is very descriptive in nature. So you can do lot of experiments with your thinking, and that is called as what? That is called as your process based thinking or process based question. Is it clear? Close-ended questions are like, it's not about MCQ pattern. Okay, you are being restricted. You can write it little bit in elaborated form also, but you have a restriction. And open-ended questions, you can give a subjective form. Yes, that when you can remember. Manoran. So now said so, if I go back to my question, and now if I tell you to answer that, from the given list, identify which are process based question, process. So they are confusing here again. You have to identify which are process based questions. So let me see. Yes, Shelly, it is previous year question only, one of the previous year question. Now I hope you will be able to give me a answer correctly. I'm waiting for the answers, everyone. I hope you understood the concept and you're answering the question. No one has answered yet. 12D, okay. Now you know which are process based questions. So you should be able to answer it. I've used both the words, divergent, convergent, open question, closed question, concept based question, fact question. But now you know exactly. You just don't have to rote learn it. You know the concepts also clearly. Okay. Yes, those are yes. Okay. So I hope It is very clear. Option number D, because see, process in process, what comes? Divergent comes and open comes. At least you know this, it comes divergent and open. But we have also learned concept based question also comes. So divergent and open should be there. So option number 2 and option number 5 should be definitely there. Okay, Ashwini, you don't know, but I just taught the concept. Based on that only everyone has answered, I think. Now the concepts are clear with everyone. Okay. Manoharan, you did a mistake. I am asking about process. So process questions are divergent in nature, they are open questions, and they are concept based questions. Whereas content based questions are convergent, they are fact based, and they are close end. Is it clear, Manoharan? You did a small mistake. Fine. Okay. Yes. Now let's go to question number 13. Okay. From the list of effective teaching behavior and identify the key behaviors. So for effective teaching, which of the given below will be key behaviors? Key behavior. Ashwini, what happened? You lost the connection in between or what? So read it. Okay. Direct, auditable and oral delivery, encouraging students to elaborate on answer, warm and nurturing relationship with learners, varying mode of presentation, preventing misbehavior with a minimum class disruption, organizing what is to come and summarizing what has gone before. So which of the following is key behavior when it comes to effective teaching? Manoharan, but now you got it very clearly that what is process based and what is content based. Process based is, you get lot of ability to explore yourself, and content based, you have to be within the boundary. Okay, Neelam has started answering. 13C. Okay. Others waiting for 13th answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, so yes, 13th one, option number A. Some of them are right, but some of them are saying C also. Let's see now what is the problem. See, now effective teaching behavior. Effective teaching behavior. Okay, now when we talk about effective teaching behavior, no doubt direct, auditable and oral delivery to the students, it means from the teacher to the students, is very important, because unless and until you are not audible, your oral delivery is not emphasized a lot, it will not be able to clear. So option number 1 definitely should be there. Okay, now see over here. Now, like for example, encouraging students to elaborate on the answer. Okay, still let's see that you have a doubt in this. Warm and nurturing relationship with the learners, it is not at all required. So if you see, your option number 3 should be completely eliminated. Not at all required. You don't have, for effective teaching, you do not need to nurture the relationship. Okay, it is not at all a proper behavior. Then when we talk about varying modes of presentation, it does not matter unless and until your subject knowledge is strong. You give any presentation in any mode, it will work out. So it cannot be it cannot be one of the effective behavior. So option number 4 is also not. If you see, then this all gets cancelled. But still, preventing misbehavior, yes, you should stop misbehavior. That is one of the key factor. Organizing what is to come and summarizing what has gone before does not plays an important role, because if your teaching is effective, students know very well how to organize, because you yourself are organized. This we have done in one single question also. So in that case, teaching, effective teaching, these are the key behaviors. Okay, option number A. Please remember, option number A is right. Why? I have told you very clearly with the help of the options. Fine. Yes, 13B, Dhampal Bhagat, no, 13th is A. The right answer is A. I think little bit late you get the messages or what, because, fine. Is it clear with everyone? So now let's go to question number 14. Okay. Now here again there is one new concept. Today I brought a lot of new concepts. Inclusive teaching. What is inclusive teaching? Which of the following concepts explains the concept of inclusive teaching? It means teacher facilitates the learning of gifted student, teacher facilitates the learning of weak students, teacher takes support of parents of the student to make them learn, or teacher makes the student of different background to learn together in the same class. If you do not know this term inclusive teaching, still you can do this answer. Just put your knowledge in use. You can still do. Otherwise, if not, I am explaining you this answer. Okay, let's see. 14th, yes, as I said, no, if you put your little bit of knowledge in use, you will be able to answer this question very well. Yes, inclusive teaching. Now, very right, as many of them has said, right option is D, but still, I mean to say here, you luckily got it, but there is a concept called as inclusive teaching. This is nothing but, it refers to the pedagogy of teaching that serves the need of all the students. It means that it does not bifurcate students basis on the background or anything. It considers all the students equally. So teacher makes the students of different background to learn together in the same class, inclusive of all the differences or the regardless of any individual differences or background. Still it is it means it is called as what? It is called as inclusive teaching. Many of them went right. Triptii, I hope you understood. Inclusive teaching, it means whether the student is weak, socially backward, whatever it is, everyone should get attention equally. That is, teacher makes the student of different background to learn together in the same class. Okay, fine. Now here comes the last question for the day, because I have just restricted today to 15 questions because there are a lot of new concepts. Okay. So to organize discussion method in teaching effectively. Now discussion method we keep on doing daily. So now I want all the students to give me the right answer for this. Okay. Make a sixer for you at the last question. So to organize discussion method in the class effectively, which of the following conditions should be met? Topic should be easy. Topic to be declared in advance. Topic should be of common interest. Availability of more than one teacher. Language facility of participants. So which will be the right answer when it comes to discussion method? Waiting for answers. Take your time but answer correctly. No answers yet. So difficult the question is. You can put again your little bit of knowledge in use in order to make it correctly, get it correctly. Okay, so let's see. Okay, some students have started answering, so let's see. You can eliminate, as I said, and in order to get a correct answer, see the first topic itself, topic to be easy. So if you see, the discussion method is basically to make teaching effective. So it is not important that your topic should be easy. Okay, this point, okay, as well as the point of point number that is availability of more than one teacher, that is your point number D. Or even if you see point number D is definitely not a effective point in order to make discussion method effective. So this see, if your students have learned the skill very well, give them the tough topic or give them give them the easy topic, they will definitely do it correctly. So topic to be easy or availability of more than one teacher is not a condition to be met. Rest of them things, yes, you need to make it effective, you need to make the topic announced in advance. It should be definitely of interest, and language facility, that is, you should give the ease of speaking up. So later on you can work on the languages. Yes. So yes, Deepa, very quick. Others also today, I think. Yeah, Shelly, it was not, the questions are different, questions are same, but today you can say that you have at least understood from the base what the questions are. So it will definitely help you in your coming days. So tomorrow, yes, once again a reminder, please prepare yourself very well for the marathon. I'm planning to take 25 questions, so let's see how we can meet up, set students. I need to check up with your timings. Let's see how it works out. Okay, fine, everyone. Yes, scores everyone, but to initial questions, last 5 set of questions were little bit completely different. Initial 10 questions everyone did well, so the scores are more fine today. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, Neelam. There was one question which was being demanded, that is question number 8, if I'm not wrong. Okay. Yes, regarding dialogic discourses. Anyone who is there, we will end up with after this question. Okay. So when I talk about dialogic discourses, it is something which which should give you which gives status, which gives openness. Basically, it is something which gives openness. Even criticisms are taken openly. So when you talk about audio visual lectures, it does not gives it only makes things interesting. It does not tells you about improvement, or it does not tells you about the creativity. Team teaching, there is a hesitant factor. Even this does not comes up with dialogic discourse. When it comes to your chalk and talk method, it is basically related only what is there. It does not goes for a creativity. So Shelly, what is your doubt? I'm taking that question only. Okay, I'm doing that question only. So dialogic discourse is something which gives you which helps you to understand your weaknesses without any hesitation. So in lecture method, with the study audio visual, team teaching and chalk talk method, you do not get that scope of improvement, and hence those those methods are not effective when it comes to dialogic discourse. Is it clear? Okay, fine. Thank you everyone. So see you tomorrow with the marathon. Let's see the timing also. Notification you will get, so just keep a tap on it. Let's see how we can work out for it.